Okay,
This is
welcome to the special
YNaija.com.
podcast for The Voice Nigeria, a review of the show. I have three big fans of the show here, right here. Okay, from Kemi, Lala Akindoju to Fatima to Joachim to Ebenezer. It's going to be an amazing one. Okay, so I'm starting here with Lala. Okay, she's been a big fan of the show, tweeting about the show, and yes, what made you to start watching The Voice? What grabbed your attention?
First of all, it was the first edition of The Voice in Nigeria. So we know the franchise, we know The Voice London, we know The Voice America, but everybody, including me, wanted to see how The Voice Nigeria would go. So that was my first attraction to the show. Secondly, it was a music show. I love music, and I knew a lot of people who were going to be auditioned. So I really wanted to see how far they would go.
Okay. It's been a whole lot of people talking about the production, from the costumes. So what would you say exactly grabbed your attention about the show?
The flow, the content, but I mean, it's a franchise, so it's being replicated. You know, there's already a format for it, and I liked how the Nigerian version had the same format with the Nigerian flavor. I knew a lot of certain things behind this, so I knew that it was a Nigerian directing it, which was very good. I liked the coaches. I wished it was recorded in Nigeria, but that's the only but I have with the show, the fact that it wasn't recorded here. But hey, the funders and the people in charge needed to make a business decision, and it made more business sense, in inverted commas, to shoot it in South Africa. Besides that, I liked the quality of the show. It was very good.
You're talking about the quality of the songs, the quality of the contestants. What would you say about it, Fatima?
The contestants were great. I was skeptical to watch the show because I used to binge watch Voice UK. Like, I was scared that we'll bring the same people from all the former Nigerian music shows to The Voice and everything was going to fall flat. But I guess they took time. I think it was invites only, so they took time to invite people to the show. So it wasn't just anybody. And the song choices were not bad. Some, although there were some few like Pullover, and some song choices were off. But I think it was nice. It was great. Like, at least we could get a bit of the Voice general quality, not just Nigerian music show quality.
And okay, let's leave the contestants. Talking about the judges, everybody, especially Timmy Dakolo, everybody cannot forget Timmy Dakolo and all. Joachim, what would you say about the judges?
I don't know. First of all, you know that you have to also bring people that have some mass appeal. So I'm sure that was also part of the considerations that they had. Hence, a chap like Pato Rankin, for example. I'm not sure that they really improved many of them dramatically. The people that were with Team Wajedo, for example, did really well. Team Timmy also did really well. And that is the obvious reason, of course, is because they actually sing. They are singers. And so the show is called The Voice. It's not called The Performer or anything like that. So you can see that someone like RSA actually really grew. She grew as it went on, you know. And so you can see the difference there in the way they can do different things. RSA can sing something country, something, they can do a lot of things. And you can see that when you have people who actually know how to sing, it impacts how well they sing, how well the contestants do. So that's one of the obvious things that I noticed from there.
Okay, back to the contestants. Okay, yesterday RSA won the competition. What do you have to say about that? Because many people were like, "Oh, Chike should have won. Chike is a superstar. Chike is the ladies' man and everything."
I mean, the reality about a show that the winners are determined by voting, it's a hard reality. Now, I know RSS family, I know her parents, I know her cousins, I know her uncles and her aunts, and I know that they committed their time and a lot of money to sending those SMSs. I already knew RSL was going to win, and it had nothing to do with her singing. It was because I knew that people were really voting for her, which is always the problem. People want to win, they'll talk about them, they'll argue about them and abuse each other and do Instagram posts. But carry your phone and dedicate 2,000 naira of your credit to voting for them. That doesn't really happen. So the reason RSL won was because she got the votes. And that was already going to be the reason. The person with the highest number of votes was going to win. Yes, Chike had, cute boy, hot body, women love him and everything. But in fairness, now if it wasn't about votes, I wanted Brenda to win if it wasn't about votes, because I faced the reality on time. So for example, I know somebody said, for example, Pullover was a wrong choice. I don't think any song is a wrong choice in a show. It is what the singer does with the song that makes it good or bad, which is why I wanted Brenda to win, because first of all, Brenda never had a low Sunday. Every single Sunday she brought the house down, and Brenda was the only one on that show who would do a pop song like a Pullover, and she will still sing. She knows when to pause. She might break it into jazz, go into another genre, just to give her room to actually sing, even though the song is generally just jump up and down. You know what I'm saying? With some of the contests, so Chike had up days and down. We knew he was good. I've known he was in Project Fame. We knew him. He knew he was good. He knew he was cute, but he didn't. For me, every single Sunday was not a Chike day. Every single Sunday was a Brenda day. Every single Sunday was not an RSA day. Every single Sunday was not a Cornell day. In fact, for me, it was Brenda then Nonso. In terms of who every Sunday performed, and you could appreciate their craft as singers, as performers, as musicians. But hey, it wasn't about that. It was about votes, and RSA deserved it. Also, because when you look at RSA, her voice is unique. She has a different kind of voice, and so there were days I'm like, yeah, after you showed us your big voice, and you're not really doing much with the song. But she grew and she took the challenge. I remember when YJ saved her, and people weren't happy. Even she said she knows that people were not happy with YJ's situation. But some people said because maybe YJ knew her from before the show, that's why YJ was biased, and she had to prove, and she did prove, and she had support. So as she was working hard there, everybody back home was voting for her, and that's what you need.
Okay. Ebenezer, talking about contestants, what would you say were your 5 standout contestants from the live audition, from the live shows, from the beginning to the end? 5 stars. Because everybody's only talking about Joe Blue, he's still meant to be there and everything.
None, so RSF stood out, Chike,
You think
Brenda. But particularly, I thought Lonzo was supposed to make it to the last final 4 because he was very good. He was always, like she said, his performances were good from the start, and yeah, those basically for me.
What would you say about RSM winning? Because you told me earlier today that yes.
Arrested, like one thing about it, she grew. Like her performance on the last day, although didn't count towards any vote,
It was her best.
It was her best performance.
It was her best. Because she showed us for the first time that you can do something else without Mama Africa.
So I knew, like I'm a stage fan, so I knew Arese on stage, and most days,
lot of days
she wasn't there.
She was underwhelming.
So I actually thought, maybe she was just good for stage and not necessarily good for. But the last day, like if they were voting live, she deserved it.
Yes.
If they were voting live on that day, she deserved it. And then Brenda, but my problem with Brenda is everybody keeps saying, "Oh, Brenda." I like Brenda's voice. I didn't think Brenda would make it so far as she did.
She also said
But the thing is, I keep saying that it's the voice. It's not the performance. Brenda is a better performance than.
But did you listen to the song?
No, she did better. Like now, Brenda followed a rule that I always have when you do covers. If you can't do it better, do it the same or make. And she does it. She makes it hard and makes it better all the time. But in the end, I feel like it's more of the voice. Like Brenda brings the Brenda jazz.
But if you listen, which is why I liked the choices. So the day she did Waje's I Wish, that was even what some of those ad-libs, which I know she created as she was singing, and the notes. At a point, there's something in jazz called scatting. At a point, she was scatting. She was running notes that if you are not a singer, leave performance, you can't. There were times when she did. There was a Beyonce song she did that was all the single ladies. When the song broke, away from Brenda being a jumper, she started to do things with her voice, and I'm like, what? How can somebody have everything in one body? Do you understand? She's a complete package. So I'm just like, but the girl, she's a policewoman still. Yeah. Who's gonna vote for her? Yeah.
So I guess she just had to appeal to her audience.
And
her song choice. Because towards the end, her song choices were the same.
Which was, I really liked what she did with YJ's song. I think that was one of her stand-up
Yes,
performances.
yeah.
I love it. I love that she
After
didn't get up.
After
you know?
YJ's song, it was somebody else's song. There was one more.
She did a-
song. She did.
She had done If You Ask Me the week before.
Yeah.
That was the week before. But she'd done some foreign, some American songs before that.
Something about the one where she was wearing white. Was it If I Start?
No, she said she want more. No, I'm taken. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that taking.
Yes,
I think
I
I'm
love
taking
the
was in the
energy.
top
I
five
love
Yes.
the
of
energy
the
on that.
performances in the voice.
She was
That I'm
wild.
taking. No.
She was at
That's
a
a
point,
was-
and because I know Brenda personally, at a point I knew that she had lost her. Like it was her spirit that was moving. She had lost herself. Like her brain had gone. She was just. That's the thing. Brenda is such a musician. Like the thing moves every part of her body, and you can almost touch it. You know. I really hope.
But my
somebody
only
picks her up.
fear is, after
Exactly.
they maintain it. Because
Oh, it's hard.
yesterday I kept saying, oh, Chike is going to be like YNaija. We'd all forget he could ever sing. Like,
And you start selling sex and fine face. Because
Like,
that's
Well,
what's
that
gonna
you
be.
was-
go far with that one too.
but that's where
That
Chike is
one.
going to go. I hope Brenda
if
can
more
still maintain the music. Because it's going to be difficult out there to make money from.
But she just,
So-
I think she needs to be true. I think a good team, and I tweeted it yesterday, that a good management company, PR, everybody, somebody needs to just grab her now.
Yeah, I mean,
And then, exactly, and she even has the Wajel look. So that's an easy, if somebody was wise, they would tell her, go become this person, let this person be your mentor in your real life. Start, try, let's work on your body, let's work on your style, and then the song. So they want to probably put out things with her and the piano. Let's experience her voice a lot more because we know she can bring it. So I hope they maintain.
My own issue really is after now, because Nigerian talent shows don't have a good record with keeping people
But this is different.
who go far in the
Mnet is
career.
behind it.
So this is so Mnet is behind it. So
And Mnet does well with their talent.
So it's different. Yeah. So hopefully we get to see a couple of them, because really about half dozen of them are worth a real shot.
Yeah.
And I think
Because-
that is like half a dozen of them are worth a real shot. So if you have a truly advanced management company that knows how to do all of these things, then they should really go far.
Especially the top 5,
Yes, I think so.
including us.
I think so.
Okay, thank you all for being here, and stay end. Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Okay,
This is
welcome to the
YNaija.com.
special podcast for The Voice Nigeria, a review of the show.